Alright guys, here is the Google Stadia. We're going to be doing a quick unboxing of this, letting you know what's coming out of the box. I'm going to be doing a separate video on about Stadia. So as I go along, if you have any questions about Google Stadia, what's in the box, what this service is about, leave me a comment down below because I'm actually going to be making a separate video explaining what Stadia is, what's offered, if it's even worth it for you to purchase it or not. So before we get started, I want to thank all my subscribers for subscribing to my channel and coming back to watching this video. And if you are new, do consider subscribing. We do a lot of tech reviews and unboxings. So let's get this started. Here is Google Stadia. Let's see what's at the front of the box. It's the Google logo, the Stadia logo, and what I have is the Founders Edition. So there's a little bit of confusion on the internet about the Founders Edition and what's being sold right now. This was actually available only when it was launched or when it was announced in June, I believe. That's when I ordered it around June 10th, and it shipped out around November 19th, and my drop-off date was November 25th. So it's November 22nd right now, and I actually got it, so I'm kind of happy about that. As we unbox this, I will show you what's different between the Founders Edition and what's being sold on the Google website. So let's take a look at the side. So it says Stadia Founders Edition, and taking a look at what's included in the box. So we have the controller and the Google Chromecast Ultra. So I actually do have Chromecast Ultra on one of my TVs, and when I do launch the app, let's take a look over here, and it actually gives me the option to play on that specific TV. Now, one thing I have noticed, I'm going to do some testing on this. I have a Samsung Smart TV, which can do kind of like casting back and forth. That's not on here, so kind of surprised about that. I think it might be later on they might enable other smart TVs to have these Stadia playing options, but as of right now it's only Chromecast Ultra, which is the one that can play 4K content. This is just what the store looks like. They don't have that many games out right now, but there's going to be more coming out soon. So let's continue with this unboxing. And at the back it says one place for all the ways we play. And it's kind of interesting because you can play the video games that you purchase on Stadia, or you stream on your phone, TV, laptop, tablet, anywhere where you can plug in a Chromecast, I believe. One place for all the ways we play. And it's kind of interesting because you can actually play your Stadia content on any of these devices, such as your telephone, your laptop, TV, and even a tablet. It has to have the Stadia app on your device. So let's unbox this. There is no tearaways, so I have my handy dandy X-Acto knives. Okay, so I'll put this here. So here's the first look at the Stadia controller. Like I mentioned, this is the biggest difference between the Founders Edition and the Premier Edition that's being sold right now. This is a kind of like a dark blue color. This is only available for the Founders Edition. The one that's available right now is the white controller. And if you want to buy a separate one, you do have the option. So there's clearly white, the white one, the black one, which is called just black. And then they have kind of like a minty color called Wasabi. Additional controllers are $89. It ships with only one controller. So we'll take this out and let's take a look at this. It is kind of heavy, but it is also well balanced at the same time. So it's clocked in at about 268 grams. And the dimensions for the controller are 4 inches by 6.4 inch for the controller. And taking a look at the controller, pretty nice controller. Very similar to kind of like a PS4 controller or a PlayStation controller. So you do have your joysticks right here. Underneath it is that orange color. You have your keypad over here, your buttons. And then this is a kind of like a crazy button right here, which is Google Assistant to trigger the microphone. So you can actually use this button to record screenshots and video while you're playing a game and share it on your social media. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you follow me on your social media websites, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. I'll leave a link down below. And this is a rechargeable controller. And then at the top is your L1 and L2 buttons and R1 and R2. And you have thankfully a USB-C charging port, so it's going to be quick charging, and it comes with a USB charging cable. Hopefully it will. I don't think they're not going to include it, so you can quick charge your controller, as well as it has a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, which you can use, like I mentioned, for that Google Now button to ask assistance or even turn on voice chat. Okay, let's see what else is in the box over here. So this is a cardboard design. And so here we have a charging cable for the controller and a pretty long wire. And I'm kind of shocked to see this. I think they might have used the old design. Google Pixel 4 had a USB-C to a USB-C cable. What we have here is a USB-A to a USB-C cable. So kind of shocked about that. And let's take a look at this. And then what we have is a very small charging cable for the controller. So it is going to be a quick charging. Let's see what else is in the box coming up. We'll take a look at what's inside over here. And then here is the Chromecast Ultra. So this is the latest version. This is one of the things that's required to play on your TV. You can't use a casting feature that's already enabled on your TV. You need this feature right here in order to play your Stadia games on your TVs. So on the website, it says you can play 4K games or up to 4K games at 60 frames per second and HDR support and 5.1 surround sound. So do keep in mind that if you want to play 4K games, you need to have the membership, which is $11.99 in Canada. I think it's $7.99 in the US. And you need the Chromecast Ultra. And you also need to have a very good internet connection. I'm running into a little bit of issues when I'm running my tests on the Stadia website, because when I'm running the speed test on there, it's telling me that my speed is less than 7.5. Minimum is 10 megabits per second in order to play 720p games. So I can't even play 4K games when I put this up. But when I'm running speed tests on other websites and I'm downloading the same amount, which is 40 megabits on that particular speed test, I'm getting, 100 megabits, 170 megabits up and down. So I'm going to keep testing that out, but here is the Chromecast Ultra. And underneath it, what we have is the connection cable for the Chromecast Ultra. And this thing also has a direct Ethernet port. So if you do have an option where your router is nearby you, it's highly recommended that you plug in directly to the Chromecast rather than playing it on wirelessly. And I'm actually going to be testing out this gaming feature. This is not a gaming channel, this is a tech channel, but I'm going to see how good this is and if it actually works in my situation where the main router and the internet hub is located on the top level and I'm on the second level down below. Let's see if it actually works properly with my TV and all my setup, or if I have to pay for getting an Ethernet cable brought down to my office. So I'll be mentioning that in my future videos. And once again, if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. So let's take a look at what's in here, because this is one of the main things that they want you to see. So they have a little flap over here. Take it out. It says Stadia up here. Here's just a quick write-up from the Stadia team, your controller's manual, Stadia stickers, and then just some other information. So a couple of big things between the Founders Edition and the clearly white edition, or the Premier Edition, which is the clearly white controller. So now when talking about the Founders Edition, where it says the Stadia Premier Edition, there's a couple of key differences that you have to kind of keep in mind. The Founders Edition has this blue controller, limited edition as they call it, and the Premier Edition starts off with the white controller. So you can't get this color anywhere. You do get the same things out of the box. You get the charger, you get the Chromecast Ultra, you get 3 months of free gameplay. But with the Founders Edition, what you're getting is you get a buddy pass, and the way it works is you get to give 3 months of gaming play to one of your friends or family members, whoever might be interested in Stadia. So the way that's going to work is they're going to get 3 months of free play, but they still have to purchase the controllers and the Chromecast if they want to play it on their TV. But the main thing is they still have to purchase the controller. They'll get the 3 months free. And next thing is you do get this like special name in the Stadia gameplay. So it's going to say the Founders Edition, or it's probably going to be highlighted. I haven't fired it up yet, but here is a quick and dirty unboxing of the Stadia controller and what's coming out of the box. I'm going to be doing, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be doing a detailed video about what Google Stadia is and how it works. So if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you like this video, make sure you share this video with somebody who might be confused about what's coming out of the box with the Google Stadia. And as always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, take care. Bye-bye.